Hi everyone. Today I'm making a simple video about Malindi because I have visited Malindi quite a number of times. My first time visiting Malindi was just by coincidence. I went online. I was thinking of a place of where I can spend my birthday, and then I realized as I was trying to get booking, something popped up about Malindi, and there I went and met so many friendly people. I booked a place and the owner called me and we had such a good conversation that I decided that's the place I was going to go. So I decided to spend my birthday. That's about 4 years ago in Malindi, and really I discovered so many places. It was a quiet town. People are quite friendly. Commuting was very easy. There are no commuter matatus in Malindi. Use tuk-tuk, boda, and the town is quite close-knit. I found Malindi very interesting. For the first time, I visited the Magic Island and found myself in the deep ocean. Every time I go back to Malindi, I always ask myself, who bewitched me to even try that trip? Because I don't think that I can have the courage to go back because of the imagination that what if the water just came back on that day. But I had a lot of fun in Malindi, and I just want you to come with me on this journey, especially concerning real estate investment. It's quite an interesting area, and if you hear most of real estate investment advertisements and brokers and real estate agents, whether genuine or not, are all talking about Malindi, because Malindi is the undiscovered gem for real estate. So just come with me and I'll take you through different real estate investment options in Malindi as well as holiday homes. So come with me. So if you look at this is a property somewhere just past Watamu. This area is called Matsango. I am not sure if I'm pronouncing it correctly, but it is called Matsango, just a few kilometers after Watamu. The property is on a creek, so it doesn't have a direct access to the beach, but there's a 1 acre property here that we're selling at 5.5 million. Very nice views. It's a total of 5 acres, but we're selling an acre. There are already some development in the area, some villa and some boutique hotels are close by. So if someone wants to stay closer to the beach and you probably do not have the amount of money they're asking for the more developed area of Malindi, then this is the place to be. We also have this property that is also close to the beach. It's similar, it's 80 meters from the beach, but this one they're asking about 15 million. And then, of course, we have apartments, beachfront apartments. Most of the time when people talk about, I remember a friend of mine saying, oh my God, who dares stay close to the ocean? It's like you're poking God. So why would you dare do that? But this is a property just in front of the beach. It's a 2-bedroom apartment. The rent for the apartment is 50K per month, but the owners are selling that apartment for 12 million. The title is on a share certificate. There are 8 apartments in the property, so if you're interested in something like that, you could also buy that. You could also buy a villa. The villas come in a gated community format, so you don't need to take care of the amenities by yourself. It's a shared community, and most people who live in these areas are Italians, and the Kenyans who work in these areas also speak Italian, which is quite amazing and interesting. So we are selling this camp. There's a creek, there's a camp, it's called Eagle Camp, also in Malindi, that we are selling, and it's on 2.7 acres. Also a very nice view facing the mangrove forest. The fresh air that you get in this property is just beyond this world. It's a place where you go and unwind, good for team building. In my journey, I actually ended up staying in the same property that I was selling, the 2-bedroom apartment. I booked online only to arrive there and find it was the same property that had gone to meet the owner. And I didn't know because it was on booking.com, so I found myself staying in the same property that I had gone to see in order to market. So the 2-bedroom is right here. It has a nice lounge. You have this ocean view. They have a swimming pool. It's quite beautiful when you're inside because there are not so many people, just 8, very close to town on Silver Sand Road. If you're familiar with Malindi, you know Silver Sand is one of those most sought out areas. So it has just 1 bathroom, a kitchen, lounge, 2 bedrooms, none of them are en suite. Directly opposite the ocean, there's an exit, there's an entry and exit on the property. You can have a walk on the beach whenever you want. Malindi is quite an interesting place. So if you are planning on holiday, you could book this property for 50,000 per month, you know, and enjoy Malindi as much as you want for a whole month just for 50K. Isn't that a deal? I think it is. I think it's a deal. So on going to Malindi, most of the time I use SGR. It's 1,000 bob to Mombasa. Then I connect using the shuttles that are there for connectivity. They're called SGR connection. You'd pay another 1,000 shillings to Malindi. So that's 2K. Air tickets are now quite expensive, so I opt to use the SGR. And since I love Malindi, the last time I stayed in Malindi, I even discovered I could find a place, and then I tried the espresso coffee. I think it's different when you're here, when you order espresso, it kind of tastes different. The one I tasted in Malindi was quite nice. I mean, that little coffee with 2 spoons of sugar can last you a whole day, all the energy you need. Then I visited Mwembe Resort. I'm telling you, it's so beautiful. Such a huge property, 3 swimming pool, gym, tennis court, conference room, a restaurant, another swimming pool. It is amazing. It's amazing. They have villas that are 1 bedroom. They have 2 bedroom villas. They have self-contained bed sitters, and the prices are quite flexible. So if you're a team, if you're a big family and you want to stay in the same location, if you're staff members and you want to book a place that you can stay in the same location, this is the place to be. You can also book it through us. We have about 30 units that we are renting at Mwembe. We can reserve them for you. There are options to buy as you rent also at Mwembe. So the whole lot of investment options in Malindi are so many. I had a great time just understanding, especially in Malindi, you really get to know more about the Italian culture because they own most of the properties here, by the way. They own a lot of properties. Every time I visit Malindi and I listen to Kenyans speaking Italian so well, like they go ciao ciao, I learned a bit of it, especially the ciao ciao part and the bella and the tontamila and all that. Tontamila means 10 million or 10 something. I got to learn that. So if you look at this villa and the outdoor, you could actually, despite even having the 3 swimming pools, the gym, the tennis court, conference room, it's ideal even for team building. If you need, you're 100 people, you could honestly fit in the space because they have enough space. They have enough space. It is actually the place to be if you're really interested in going on holiday. I have many friends in Malindi, by the way. Probably you should put that as my Italian plan. Then I visited this restaurant, Beachfront, facing the ocean, as you can see, that is being sold as going concern. It's an Italian restaurant and they're selling it at 4.5 million. The rent for the restaurant is 50K with a very good income. I mean, you could switch it even to a Kenyan restaurant if you want because the location is quite nice. Even if you, like I say, that restaurant where it's located is ideal for any kind of restaurant, whether it's just a bar, because it's facing the ocean. So if you build stools just in front there, people can come and park their cars and drink, and you could extend it because there's an area there, I think, for children to play. So the restaurant is going for 4.5 million as a going concern. The rent is 50K. I'm sure everything there is negotiable. So Malindi is quite an interesting place to invest in real estate. While I was there, I traveled to many places, some as far as 70 kilometers off town. And the reason why I was doing this, because there's so many properties now being marketed on radio and everywhere. 1 acre, 30,000. Some of those properties are like 70 kilometers out of town. Some of them are 2 hours drive out of town. So If it depends, because in Malindi, it's a dry area, not so many rivers, so people are buying huge acres of land, maybe subdividing. You can drill a borehole. Those who want to venture into farming, I don't know. I mean, you could do a borehole, do irrigation, and do your farming. So we still have those properties that are selling at 30K per acre. And the property that we're selling at 30K per acre, we have 1,000 acres, we have 150 acres, we have 200 acres. All of them are selling at between 30 and 50,000 per acre, depending with the distance. The beachfront properties, half acre is about 6 million. Then we have beautiful villas within Malindi that are being sold between 7 million to 10 million. Most of them are Italian owned, so the prices are more on euros. So you'll find nice properties, but the owners prefer quoting their prices in euros, and they also prefer being paid in euro because more they reside in Italy. So a lot of properties are on sale right now in Malindi, because like ever since the COVID pandemic hit the world, the older guys prefer not to travel. They prefer staying. So those who travel back to Italy and have no plans of coming back to Kenya, and most of the homes they bought were specifically meant for holidaying for the older people. So the properties are mostly unoccupied, because even Kenyans going on holiday do not want to live in those Makuti built houses, as we already live in Makutis in the villages. So no one wants to go back to Malindi and stay in a Makuti, but the locations are beachfront, and maintenance of Makutis also is an issue. So most people still want to go and live in an apartment in Malindi or wherever, but it's really individual preference. So you can discover the Makutis, you can visit the Golden Beach, you can visit Mambrui, you can visit Silversand, Marine Park, Watambu. We have properties almost in the entire Kilifi County we visited. So driving around all these locations just to discover on your behalf, on the behalf of the young people who are willing to invest. Imagine getting an acre at 30K. You could come as a team, as a chama, each one of you contribute 30K, then you buy these properties. So 30K per person. If you're 10 people, you just need 300,000, then you get your 10 acres in Malindi. So thank you very much for coming with us and for watching this video, and watch out for more videos. You can subscribe on our channel. You can follow Heart Property in all the social media platforms, and keep it here and get informed about real estate in Kenya and other parts of the world. By the way, we are just interested because we are partnering with so many people in the United States, in Tanzania, in Uganda. We are getting so many inquiries there. So what is the harm in seeing your competition and seeing what is happening all over the world? Thank you very much for now. Bye.
We talk on the phone every night. Love to hear your voice. Not sleeping well, and I know that you're right, but you should know it. You've been gone for way too long now. If I can lay down beside you, I would. When nothing really matters, that's all I want.